When Real Steel came out in 2011, it was a surprise hit, a sci-fi action movie with giant boxing robots and a soulful story about a father and son reconnecting. It featured Hugh Jackman as Charlie Kenton, a washed-up former boxer, and Dakota Goyo as his son Max. Together they revive a discarded fighting robot and take on the high-stakes robot boxing world. Even though it didn't become a massive franchise, many fans have continually wondered, will Real Steel 2 happen? Is a TV or streaming adaptation coming? Why hasn't Hollywood expanded this universe? Today we are going to explore those questions in depth, pulling together all public, credible information, and examining both official statements from creators and what that realistically means for the future of the franchise. Part 1: What Real Steel was and why it matters. To understand any franchise's future, you must understand its legacy. Origins. Real Steel was based on the short story Steel by Richard Matheson, and brought to life on the big screen by Shawn Levy, director, and Hugh Jackman, lead actor. The film was a box office success, grossing around $299 million worldwide, solid, especially given its mid-budget production. A cult favorite, especially with families and sci-fi enthusiasts. Emotional and character-driven, not just a spectacle film. But despite this, it never launched a cinematic universe in the traditional blockbuster sense. No official sequels were immediately commissioned. And that gap of over a decade has fueled fandom speculation and hope ever since. Part 2: The sequel that never arrived, officially. The big question has always been, is Real Steel 2 happening? The short answer today is, not currently, and it may be unlikely. Official director statements. Director Shawn Levy has spoken multiple times over the years about the prospect of a sequel, but none of these comments have resulted in a greenlit movie. In recent interviews, Levy acknowledged conversations and interest in a sequel with Hugh Jackman, but emphasized the lack of official development or pre-production. He stated he doesn't want to make a sequel just for the sake of it, especially if he can't do it justice. Levy has described the chance of a Real Steel sequel as unclear, not likely right now, and something he would pursue only if the story and characters warrant it, but importantly, he hasn't abandoned the idea completely. Why not already made? There are a few core reasons discussed publicly. 1. Story challenges. Levy has suggested that it's hard to find a second story that's as strong or meaningful as the first. He doesn't want to cheapen the original. Commercial considerations. Although the movie was successful, it wasn't a blockbuster franchise generator with billions in revenue. That matters in Hollywood, particularly when studios weigh risk versus reward. Changing interests. Both Levy and Jackman's careers have moved in other directions since Real Steel, including major projects like Deadpool and Wolverine, which Levy directed, Stranger Things, and more. Currently, there is no official Real Steel 2 announced, no release date, no script in production, and no actors confirmed to return. That means today, if someone asks whether the sequel is going to happen, the correct answer is, not at this time, and not in any confirmed way. Part 3: The Disney Plus/streaming angle. For many longtime fans, the most realistic continuation of the franchise isn't a theatrical sequel, but a TV/streaming series. A series has been in development. Reports going back to 2022, and later confirmed by multiple sources, say Disney Plus was developing a Real Steel series. This project would take the characters and universe and expand them in a serialized form, something far more suited to world-building than a standalone sequel movie. At one point, direct commentary from Levy suggested the series was in active and promising development, though specifics like writers, cast, and schedule were not announced. But as of late 2025, there has been no official series premiere date announced, no trailer, and no confirmed production timeline, and even Levy has said that the future of Real Steel projects, including TV, could be considered unclear. So while the idea of a TV show exists and has been reported in development, it has not yet materialized into a released or fully scheduled project. Part 4: Fan expectations versus reality. Why fans want a sequel or series? Real Steel resonates for reasons many blockbuster films don't. Emotional core between father and son. Exciting robot fighting spectacle. Heartfelt storytelling with a feel-good arc. That combination is ideal for expanded narratives, which is why fans still post ideas, pitches, and discussions years later online. However, fan enthusiasm alone doesn't guarantee a studio will move forward. Unrealistic expectations. Over the years, false trailers and fan videos have circulated claiming to be Real Steel 2. Reddit threads speculate on future stories or ask if any project is confirmed. This has contributed to confusion about what is actually happening versus what fans hope. Part 5, could it still happen? Yes, but under certain conditions. Nothing in public statements permanently ruins the possibility of a Real Steel theatrical sequel, a TV series that truly expands the universe, or even a reboot or animated adaptation in the future. The factors that could realistically lead to this include: 1. A story worth telling. If a sequel script emerges that impresses the original creators, that's the first requirement. Levy has stated this as his threshold. 2. Cast and creative availability. For a major sequel to happen, key original players, like Jackman, would need to be available and willing, which depends on their schedules and career priorities. 3. Market demand. If Real Steel experiences a significant resurgence, for example, a spike in streaming views or viral trends, studios may reconsider. Some of this has already been part of ongoing conversations between Levy and Jackman. 4. A platform that makes it viable. The ideal path might be Disney Plus or another streaming service, where a serialized format could let the world and characters breathe in ways a 2-hour film cannot. Part 6, final assessment, is Real Steel going to happen? When interpreting the question, is Real Steel going to happen, we need to define what that means. Interpretation. Status. Real Steel 2, movie. No official production or release planned. Real Steel TV/streaming series. Reported development previously, status unclear. Fan projects/rumors. Many exist, but not official. Complete franchise continuation. Not confirmed, but possible in future. Overall conclusion. There is no confirmed sequel currently in production. There is a possibility of future projects, including TV series or other expansions, but as of late 2025 nothing is officially set. That means the answer to "is it going to happen" is backhand index pointing right, not right now, but the door isn't closed forever. Part 7, closing thoughts. Real Steel remains a beloved story. Even now, over a decade after its original release, fans continue to rediscover it on streaming platforms, share their ideas, and hope for more. Every so often, creators revisit the possibility in interviews, reminding us that even if nothing is happening at this precise moment, the love for this world persists. Sometimes fandom doesn't get the sequels it wants right away, but the ongoing conversation between creators, studios, and audiences can eventually lead to surprising developments. For now, though, the most grounded takeaway is: stay hopeful but realistic. Watch for official announcements from Disney, Shawn Levy, and Hugh Jackman. Don't treat rumors or fan videos as confirmations. If Real Steel does return, whether as a movie or a series, it will be because the story is right and the creators feel confident it honors the original. In the meantime, fans can continue to enjoy the original film and celebrate the legacy it has built. It's one of those stories that doesn't need a sequel, but could shine even brighter if given one.